think
Yeah,
that's
well,
just
let's
really.
get into it though, Lewis.
Oh
So,
yeah.
iconic animes. So, according to the article that we have here, the most iconic ones, and this is based off of what has changed the game of anime.
Ho ho ho.
So this will be recognized. So anime was consumed and appreciated. So what do you think some of them are, Lewis? To you personally, before we get into the article, what they said.
So the ones that immediately pop up in my head is Astro Boy because, yeah, just because of the history of Astro Boy, I really do think that played a major part, at least in the West, of kind of kicking off the anime hype. It was very slow going, but I think that was like after Astro Boy, and I'm sure there's a few others, but then my mind goes to Dragon Ball because that got so popular, and that's something, one of those ones where you mentioned Goku and your grandma knows Goku. It's like, oh yeah, Goku. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
how do you know about Goku? How do you know about Naruto? But I would say Astro Boy and Dragon Ball. But if we're talking about like kind of
Talk about
series, okay.
But you were just mentioning characters.
Oh, I got you. So I'm thinking of Dragon
Ball.
Ball.
There's another one about the most popular anime characters.
Oh, okay. So I guess I was thinking about Dragon Ball as a series itself.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But that's still kind of an anime. If I'm thinking about after anime has been around for a little bit, like a really influential, what has changed the game of anime, I would say, I mean, to be honest, I would say One Piece. One Piece, and I don't know. I can't say Bleach. I don't think I can say Bleach. I would say Dragon Ball Z as well, because after Dragon Ball Z, a lot of shows had this, power beams, and they talk about power levels, and they talk about Dragon Ball Z kind of set
and they all have to have a tournament arc.
Yes,
I believe. I don't know if that started. There was in other animes, but I know it was in Dragon Ball.
Yes, a lot in Dragon Ball. Yeah.
Yeah, and so after Dragon Ball, I seen it in all the other ones.
Yeah.
There's always a tournament arc.
And even when it's not a tournament, there's always some tournament style arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always fight battle, get your way through.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, yo, that did. Yeah, but Astro Boy wasn't the first thing they said, though. Change the style of anime, yeah. It was Astro Boy. But Taki Asumu, it says, Asumu Tezuka. That's who made Astro Boy. And then the other one, that was very impactful to the anime game was Mobile Suit Gundam.
Oh, dude, why have I not thought about that? Mobile Suit, the whole Gundam series, and there's like literally dozens and dozens of
and after
Gundam
that,
series.
All these other mecha.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother genre now because of that.
Yeah. I know it's not as big now, at least from what I can see. But I know back in back in the day, mecha, that was it, dude. That was it.
Nah, we even seen it in our Power Rangers stuff.
Yeah. And
that was from Japan too.
Yeah, and that whole, I forget now. When you think about Power Rangers specifically, that's a whole genre too. That even is before.
Yeah, Sentai.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yes, and that's even outside of the anime. Like there's a whole. Yeah. When I found out that it's not just Power Rangers, like there's whole other series and groups. I'm like, this is a whole genre, and then you see it in anime. That's what's cool to me, is when I start to see that being translated into certain aspects of the anime. I'm like, that's cool. That is so cool.
I feel like Sailor Moon was mocking or paralleling the Sentai, except they just didn't have the power-ups of.
Yeah.
Well, it was the power-up uniform.
Yeah, because exactly, they had the whole sequence. Each one of them had the whole sequence. Yeah.
Yeah, the other one is Full Metal Alchemist.
That one crossed my mind too, and especially Brotherhood. I think that's another one that I would deem as being perfect, only because it's like I literally have nothing bad to say about this show. Maybe the ending.
Yeah, because I didn't like Full Metal Alchemist, but Brotherhood, that was clean.
Yeah. And see, I did really like Full Metal Alchemist. I loved it. And then when I watched Brotherhood, I was like, I don't know how they made this show 20 times better than the original, but they did.
Because I enjoyed the ride of Full Metal Alchemist. The reason why I did not like it was how it ended with a punch battle again.
Yeah.
That made with an overpowered person with one of the still weakest characters. Because even though the protagonist, he's not weak, but there are still a lot more stronger people at the end of it.
Right.
That's the same problem I had with Soul Eater.
Yeah. And I feel like I can, if I sat, I feel like I could think of a few more series that kind of have disappointing endings.
Yeah. The Brotherhood, the way they ended, I was like, yes.
Yeah. It was much better. And especially the events leading up to it. It's like Brotherhood. What I wish more shows would do better at is the climax. It's like, show me like a series of really epic moments leading up to this final moment, and then have a really nice, resolution. Yeah, I think they did that pretty well. Yeah.
And then the next one is Neon Genesis Evangelion.
See, that one, me and Didi, we watched that one last year, I think, and it's definitely one of those shows you have to be in the mindset for, mentally and emotionally.
I've seen so much of the characters, different pictures of them and all that, wallpapers and stuff. I never actually watched it though.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. Is that another mecha genre? Or I know they like in spacesuits.
Yeah. I would classify it as a mecha. They're the only ones in the suits. So they're fighting against these, they don't know what they are. They call them angels, but they don't know what they are. Like, they don't know where they're coming from. They don't know anything about them, except for when they show up and they start attacking, they have to, in that moment, analyze what's going on and instantly react to it. And so the whole show just is, you're just on the edge of your seat, because you're like, when you see this angel, I don't know, it could be walking, it could be flying, it could be like, they come in all these different forms, so there's no consistency to them. There's no predictable pattern to them. And so it's like they always get by the skin of their teeth. Like, they just literally barely make it by each angel.
Wow.
They still defeat them, but they come like literally this close. And so you're always at the edge of your seat. But I forgot where I was going with that. But it's definitely one of those. And I was going to say, they've come out with more Evangelion. I don't know what they have to do. I don't think they're sequels. They're just like weird rehashes of the original story. I don't know. I would just, when you go to watch it, just make sure you're watching the original and not one of the remakes or some weird.
Oh, so there's a whole series there.
Yeah.
Kind of like Space Stay Night.
Yes. Yeah. Right. And I think there's a movie version of it, and I think there's a TV series version of it. Me and Didi watched the TV series. I think that's the original.
Okay.
But it can get kind of confusing. But anyway, it's a good one. It's definitely a good one. It's one of those ones where you're like, oh, I gotta pay attention to what's going on. And there's also a lot of good personal. They do a balance of good personal moments, like really messed up personal moments. That is like, you actually are like kind of screaming at your TV at the character, like, what are you doing?
Wow.
Why are you sleeping with this man? Like, why are you doing this to yourself? Like, this is a bad idea. Like, why are you doing this? But it's good. It's pretty cool.
All right. Shoot, those are the most iconic, changing the game of anime. What do you think is going to be an iconic, looking back, iconic anime?
That's new. And I'll be honest, I haven't been keeping up with a whole bunch of new anime. I know Chainsaw Man. I know.
We just say in the past decade.
I would absolutely say Attack on Titan. That was when that first came out. That was instant classic. It was an instant classic. So that one, I know that one's kind of more of a obvious, But besides that one, I would say I think Demon Slayer will stand the test of time. I think so.
Yes, iconic in making all these anime studios step up their animation game up.
That, exactly. I think.
So yeah, iconic in that way, yeah. But the story is still the same.
Yeah.
And it actually is on repeat right now. And it's kind of annoying.
This last season, I was like, oh dang, this is what I was kind of afraid of, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I'm just like, why?
yeah.
I was like, I was rooting for you. No.
Yeah.
I was rooting for you. That storyline is so mad. It's just like, why?
Yeah.
Why? You had such a good villain built up, and now just like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's
you gotta be able to. So they built up these demons where you can't even run from them, but now like the main characters are still surviving them. Like no.
Exactly.
They survived 3 of them now. This is not okay.
Exactly. And
I don't care if terrorists are there. Then you set it up so where they're not even. They have to fight at least one of them by themselves.
Yeah.
Not okay.
Not okay whatsoever. You know, especially after especially with the Sound Hashira. Like, come on, and how much they struggled with. I don't even remember what number of demons they were fighting, but in this last arc, they were supposed to be fighting some of more the higher end.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no way they're on their own against these people. No, like, come on. And even the Hashira that they used, I know they used 2 of them, but I don't know, I just feel like it wasn't as robust. I don't know.
Yeah, it was like, no.
Yeah.
We gotta set it up. I feel like for an overpowered character to be believably beaten by the characters that are still underdeveloped, they would have to, on the first, I don't think it's ever believable to beat them on the first encounter.
No.
When you already built them up to be OP. So they have to near death escape with their lives, barely. And then regroup, figure out, all right, what did we learn in this battle? Well, they were doing this, this, and this. And then expose their weaknesses, and then go back and barely win.
And then even at that, first of all, don't make the escape BS. Like, don't let them escape by some BS reason. Okay, that happens too often too. But then also, I like support characters. I actually love support characters, and I am of the mindset that the main character cannot and should not do it all themselves. Sometimes, sometimes, you know, that's cool. You know, it's epic. It's cool. But sometimes it's okay to have support characters really step up to the point where the main character can't do this. Maybe the main character does the final blow. Cool, but like have it be more of an effort, collaborative kind of deal. Yeah,
because it's too coinky dink in this last arc, which was the Swordsmith arc, for there to be 2 Ashiras there.
Yeah.
1, and then 2 numbered demons show up.
Yeah.
And find the hidden village.
Right.
That even the demon slayers don't know where it is, because once they get taken there, they're blindfolded.
You know, so
the first time the main character goes there, it just so happens that the villain finally found it. Nah.
Yeah, that's too. Yeah.
That's only believable if they showed a hint that actually they've been telling the main character.
Exactly. You know, exactly. Like
which they have not.
Right.
Well, I guess that one dude has his senses on Nezuko, but that still wasn't a reason why they found the Swordsmith village, though.
No.
Because when they were in the meeting, the dude said, I finally found it.
Yeah.
Before they even went there. So that's why, like...
Yeah. It would have been...
They had it right there, too, because the dude can sense Nezuko.
Yeah. The writing, you know. You can just tell at the writing that they're... maybe have backed themselves in a corner a little bit and kind of don't know. I don't know. I agree with you, though. I do wish... I don't know if maybe they could have waited a little longer for... I don't know. I don't know how they could have changed it and made it different. Made it better. But...
I feel like it would have... or not feel, but I think that it would have been better if they would have got attacked on their way to the thing.
Yeah.
And then they barely escaped with their lives, found refuge in the Swordsmith village. they have a few days ahead, or at least a night to prepare.
Yeah.
And then the people, the demons that attacked them, followed the cinder or whatever and found the village.
Yeah.
And the Shira was actually also on the way, and so that's how they was able to escape.
Yeah. That fits much better to me. And also, you know, he gets there, he discovers this old sword, and you know, he's trying to do some training while he's there, and he's like practicing. And I'm like, but then the demons show up, and then he has to fight after he's kind of learned just a little bit of what he's gotten from the training that he just did for like, I don't know, a day, a couple of days. And I'm like, that's to me, that's not enough for him to then turn around and have to fight these higher level demons. For me, I'm like, it's okay to flesh it out a little more. It's okay to...
They call that like the upper six or something like that. Because there's 12 altogether, 12 numbers. And they fought, I don't even know it was 12 numbers. Because I keep hearing 13.
I can't
was that the last one they beat?
I can't remember the exact number of demons either, to be honest. I'm not sure.
Yeah, all I know is there's the echelon, and I know there's top 6 or top 5, and those are the ones that's really strong.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The one that killed the Flame Hashira, I think he was number 5, I think. Or maybe he might have been higher.
He was number 3 or 5.
Yeah, I can't remember. But
I think it was 3.
So you know, yeah. What were you saying?
Number 3 was so he was going to finish the last blow because the Fire Ashira, he was fighting Rengoku. He was fighting. I can't remember the demon. I just know that number 3 showed up at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and well, I think he did kill him though, because the one that he fought on the train, that was a different demon.
Oh yeah, that dude definitely was a different demon. Yeah, I'm sorry. The one I was talking about was the one that showed up at the end and killed Rengoku. My bad. Yep. Yeah. That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure Rengoku would have given him run for money if he wasn't already tired out though.
Yeah. And if because the dude just showed up, I bet if Rengoku was a little more prepared for it, you know, he probably would have been able to. But in regards to Tanjiro and the other two, Inosuke and I always forget Zenitsu, it's like at this stage I still prefer them to fight demons together, you know, as a trio, not separately, you know, like you said, Tanjiro fighting the demon on his own and them, because I'm like, they're not strong enough yet. You have not shown me that they're strong enough to do this yet.
Right. They're not.
You know, so
they are not.
Instantly I call BS when this whole season, when it gets resolved, I'm like, this is BS. BS.
Like, you made me suspend my belief. I mean you made me believe, made me not be able to suspend my belief or whatever it is.
Right, exactly.
Like, this cannot happen.
Exactly.
Even in the world you set up, that cannot happen. Yeah. I should say.
Exactly. You know, exactly. I know a lot of people like, it's anime, like it's a cartoon. Like, no, this world has certain rules to it, and you guys are operating outside of those rules now.
Yes.
It's not possible.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why One Piece is the best. Because even when he does something that's impossible or whatever, it's still within the rules of the universe that he created. So it's just like,
yeah.
And it doesn't have to be overly explained neither.
No. And it shouldn't be overly explained, you know. It should always be something where, because it's a visual medium. It's anime. Like, don't talk at me, like, show it to me, you know. And I think that's also why One Piece is already iconic, but it's like more iconic shows are the ones that show you and don't tell you, you know.
Yep, and so we said the most iconic, so the most popular anime.
See, that's the one that gets me. I would say overall, besides One Piece, because One Piece got like 1 billion followers. One Piece don't count. But besides One Piece, the most popular by today's standards, by today's offering of anime, I would say, from what I've just been hearing, My Hero is what I've been hearing. That's the only one I can really think of.
Yeah, My Hero fell off. I'm about to let you know that.
Oh,
it fell off.
Are people not as excited about it anymore?
Yeah, they're not as excited about it anymore. Not talking about it like that anymore.
Oh, got you.
Most popular ones that just came out recently in the past like 2 decades or so was Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen.
That's the one. Yes, that's the one. That's I think is really at the top of people's mind right now. Yeah.
Still One Piece on top.
Yeah.
But the most popular anime though, from like if you just name it, even people who don't watch anime probably heard of it, is Dragon Ball, that series.
Yeah.
One Piece, of course, and that has sold over 300 million manga editions, both of them. Both Dragon Ball and One Piece. And One Piece only has one series, because Dragon Ball series, that's only in the 100 million because of all the different ones they released.
It's too many.
One Piece is just one thing.
It's because Dragon
One Piece.
Right, exactly. The concept is through and through, okay? For Dragon Ball Z, I wish they had more of a heading. Like, I was just thinking about this even before our conversation, is just what is Dragon Ball Z? What is their goal? Like, what are they doing? Like, there's no end in sight.
No goal. It's just to get strong as possible.
Well, this
for
is
no purpose neither.
No purpose whatsoever.
It's strong to be strong.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. And they keep coming
out.
out.
If the world gets saved, great.
Right.
If it gets blown up,
great.
I'm still alive. Or I can be brought back. It doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
We can wish a new Earth.
Yeah, which they have done. I'm just like, what is the like they keep, but people keep eating it up. They keep getting hyped about it. I'm like, and now they just even. You said they don't what?
I was just saying, and I don't even know what I was about to say. Go
ahead. They just announced not too long ago a new. It's called Dragon Ball Daima or something like that, and Goku and Vegeta are little kids. I don't know even how they got turned into little kids, and it's like this whole, and I'm like, is this canon? Is this just like a spin-off? Like, I don't know what is going on here. Like,
one of those Chibi things.
Yeah,
I've been seeing a lot of.
Yeah,
a bunch of like Chibi. That's the Chibi thing.
Yeah,
so I'll be seeing that. I think that's a new thing that's coming out. Is a new popular genre for anime. Because I've been seeing a lot of the mangas. They will have the Chibi version of it, and so they like Funko Pop. But it's character.
Yeah.
It's the anime character Funko Pop, but they're interacting in the story somehow. And I'll just be scrolling past that, like, nope, I want the original, please.
Yeah.
Like, click. Like, get this trash off my screen.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And so the biggest when it comes to movies, though, is most of them from the Studio Ghibli.
Yeah. Now, see, that is iconic. Like.
And most popular.
Yes, that is defining right there. Yeah.
And the ones that the biggest selling movie was Spirited Away. That's still the top, like as box office. That's still the top for anime.
And I bet Howl's is right under it. I bet Howl's Moving Castle is right under it too.
Yep, Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the third one. There's another one. It was Princess.
Yeah, Mononoke.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. That's interesting. I actually hear more so about Howl's than Princess Mononoke, but maybe Over the World, maybe it's still just more. Princess Mononoke, they was like murking people in that movie, dude. But
yep, I never saw Princess Mononoke or Howl's Moving Castle. I did see Spirited Away. I also saw. I'm not going to try to pronounce the Japanese version of it, but I saw Castle in the Sky.
Okay, yeah, that one I haven't
And that was made, I believe, before the studio turned into Studio Ghibli. Gotcha. That was the first. After the studio was turned to Studio Ghibli, that was the first one that was made under that title, that studio name.
Dang.
In that one, it is alleged that Oda took a lot of what One Piece is from that movie. Like the meat and potatoes of One Piece is from that movie.
Well, because a lot of Studio Ghibli's, just think about Howl's or even Spirited Away, the world building is fantastical, like how One Piece's is. Like when you see One Piece's set pieces, like, you know, just wherever they go. That is something I've always been impressed about One Piece, is like all these different locations just look so different, and they're all so elaborate, you know. And Oda, they actually use the terrain, they actually use where they're at, the geography and stuff in the show. Like, that is something that has always impressed me, whereas like in, I don't know, Dragon Ball Z, they just use the terrain to just destroy stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna just punch you into this mountain. Okay, that's fine. But like in One Piece, it's actually like, hey, we're in this area, this is the Grand Line, this is like, there's a whole bunch of weird stuff, like we gotta navigate through this, like there's a waterfall going up to the sky, like, oh, okay, or whatever it is. It's just random stuff that they have to navigate through, that is just like,
island they go to, it has its own unique characteristics and stuff, and
its
everyone,
physics, everything.
You can see its piece, because the way Oda does it is, even though it looks so unique for that place, he still has it based in from real life locations and real life cultures, but he blends them and turns them into One Piece cultures and stuff. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the fact that you can have a whole society living miles in the sky on top of some clouds, and then you can turn around and have a society miles under the ocean living just fine, and you can explain why there's bright light and plants and trees down here because of how the light refracts through the whatever, you know,
tree, the special tree, that Eve tree, like that.
And it's like, this is okay, this is actually legit, you know, this is cool.
Yeah, and the fact that, I was about to say how they were forced to go live there.
Right.
Gentrified off the earth. the surface. Yeah, and then the other one is Detective Conan and Pokemon.
See, Detective Conan, I was going to mention it because it's up there with One Piece. It's got over 1,000 episodes. And I know it's still going. I know it's still being publicated. Whatever, however you say it. But
published.
Yeah. So that one did cross my mind, but I can see that. I love Detective Conan, dude.
I still haven't watched it. I remember you telling me about it.
Jay is like, when I say it's literally the same episode, every episode, it's literally the same episode. Of course, you know, things change, but it's literally just him as a little kid seeing random details and then figuring stuff out. It's just like, okay. But I don't know. It's just, I just love it for some reason.
Hey, that's how Psych was. Freaking,
yeah.
There's what's another? Well, I'm watching right now the Chinese drama. I kind of put it off to the side for a bit, but there's another person who is doing that. Just notice crazy details.
Yeah.
And he's a freelance. He used to be the top swordsman. Lost all his powers though. And when he didn't really lose all his power, he just can't use them because if he does, the poison that he was poisoned with will kill him.
Oh, okay.
But he just super detailed and helping this young detective solve a lot of stuff.
Oh, see, that is straight up Detective Conan. Yeah. Okay.
So most iconic character.
I hate to say it, but it's Goku. I do not like Goku. Besides Goku and Luffy, it would be Naruto. Even random family members in my family, you tell them you like anime. Oh, you like that Naruto? What you know about what you know about that?
Right.
Okay.
But you think if you showed a picture of Naruto without the title, they will know that that's Naruto?
Ooh, no. No, they wouldn't know.
If you showed them a picture of Pikachu, they'll know that's Pokemon.
No, see, that is facts.
They know the name Pikachu.
Facts. Pikachu is.
They show Goku, they like.
Yeah, they wouldn't. Yeah,
they probably wouldn't know the name of Goku, but they would definitely like, oh, I've seen that character before.
Right.
They would definitely be like, I've seen that somewhere.
Right.
Another one who was really popular, and you just like, no, I think Astro Boy.
I think so.
Like, because I've seen that image plenty of times, never watched one episode in my life.
I think if you showed, I think Pikachu is more recognizable to more people I definitely think Astro Boy is up there too, though, because he's been
Yeah,
around. It's
we
been
kind
around,
of tied into popular though, more popular, not iconic. But
Oh yeah, more iconic. Yeah.
my bad, I was the one who switched that.
Oh no, I still think Pikachu is still. I think your answer still fits. I think it still fits.
Iconic and popular.
Yeah. Because
The most iconic who changed where it's like now it's an archetype character. Definitely was Naruto.
Yes, wholeheartedly.
Like he was bullied, thrown away, and ignored, and then he just his unfaltering resiliency inspires everybody else around him.
Right.
Makes everybody else want to get better.
Right.
And do the same. Like now that's like all these other characters.
Right. Jumps into everybody's business and tries to save them. Is
Yeah.
loud and boisterous and low-key annoying a lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing archetype and all these other people. I'm just like, yo.
Yeah. And that's my problem. That's why my hero was a breath of fresh air for me for a little bit, and Demon Slayer, where the main character isn't exactly like Naruto, but even now I'm still like I still want a wider range of main characters. That there's so many more different types of people out there that you can tell stories about. It doesn't have to be that Naruto character. It's whatever sells.
And now with whoever, I don't know what the first OP main character was, but now that's starting to be a thing.
Which I kind of have an issue with, because with Jujutsu Kaisen, man, that it was an instant turnoff for me. The show is great. I'm not trying to crap on the show at all, but that part kind of bothered me when, like, just from episode 1, I was a little confused. I'm like, this is a human person, right? Like, how is he this? There's no human that's this strong. Like, this doesn't make sense to me. And I think he even said that he's never worked out a day in his life. So I'm like, I might be wrong on that. I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly, but I'm just like, I know he hasn't had any, like...
You talking about the main character being strong?
Yeah.
Or...
the main character.
Like, he was actually graduating from middle school and he had that much strength.
Yeah. And there was, like, no explanation that I remember, of him having that superhuman strength. Like, not like superhuman, but it was stronger than him. It was abnormally strong, and I was like, this is interesting.
Yeah, an average man.
Yeah, right.
Not even talking about children.
Right.
The average person.
And so then, of course,
way above average.
Exactly. Just athleticism just on 10, just for no reason. So, okay, he didn't have to work for this whatsoever, but all right. I know I can't buy that. I can't buy that. And then, of course... Oh, you did?
I was like, hey, I've seen so many animes like that. Like, it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. What is this world, and why is he so strong?
Yeah.
They haven't really explained why his natural strength is so what it is.
Yeah, but so it reminds me. So with Naruto, he just had natural reserves of energy, of chakra that he just...
That chakra.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, so maybe it's something like that. Maybe, I don't know. But I think I also had to just reframe my thinking about Jujutsu Kaisen and what maybe the producers are trying to do with this show, because in my mind, it should have taken him a little more time to get his, powers and abilities. Pacing for me in newer anime is...
Where did you stop at in Jujutsu Kaisen?
So I know I'm talking about a lot of the beginning stuff. I stopped like... when did I stop? It was quite a while. Like...
Okay. Yeah, because the main character, he's not overpowered, but there is an overpowered character.
Alright, you're talking about...
in the show.
Actually,
two of them.
Because I'm thinking about Sukuna and Gojo.
Yeah, Gojo is overpowered in Sukuna. Yeah. And Sukuna, even though he takes over the main character's body, he's not in control.
No, and it's definitely one of those.
And then when he is in control of his own body and stuff, he's not even at that close to that level.
No, No.
He's still, so even though he has that natural strength, but when it comes to cursed spirits and all that, he had to learn and go through a grind.
He did. And I think...
So when I had mentioned OP characters, I'm talking about like Gojo but I'm saying as main characters, like they're putting that, because there's always some either overpowered villain or protagonistic side character, like kind of like how Netero was in Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, but I'm saying like the main character is overpowered, so anything can be overcome by their strength.
So you're talking about Saitama, and you're talking about
yes.
Mob. Yeah, you're talking about people like that, where and Goku, because that dude just anything you throw at him, he just comes up with a new form. It's like, okay, that's interesting.
But like for Saitama, he doesn't take damage. I'm talking about those characters. They don't take damage. They just will get into the situation, and it's all psychological for the reason why they didn't win yet.
Well, the only person I can...
It's like, that's the only way they can, like... So when I say psychological, is meaning, like, they have a moral conundrum because, like, if they make a move, this person's gonna die or something. And so there's this internal dialogue, but then they just go super fast or something, and then boom, they save the people, and it's over. And beat the crap or kill the evil. It's just like, it's done.
Dang, that's a little harder, James. The only one I can think of is Mob Psycho. I know maybe he can take damage at times, but a lot of his issues are just mental, and so it's just like, oh man, I'm going through this internal, business, and it's affecting my ability to fight my enemies and stuff. But I don't know. Did you have somebody in mind?
So it's an archetype now, because in all the isekais, the main character is overpowered, like solo leveling. Even though there was a grind to get there, at the same time, once he got to his thing, like,
you couldn't touch him.
It's too easy.
Yeah.
Except when they get to the very, very main antagonist, there's nothing that even close to a challenge.
Do you think that's indicative of anything? Like, is that what people are wanting?
Like that archetype now is going solely to the isekai genre, where they're reincarnated.
Oh, that genre, like
that's another subgenre, but that will fall into shonen or seinen, depending on how graphic and gory the isekai is. And or even harem too. That's another subgenre. Like, because all the isekais that I've seen, there's always been a harem of like around the main character who's so overpowered, because they always flock into him because it's so overpowered.
Because it's feeding the male ego. It's just a dude who's overpowered, and you get all these ladies who love him.
And so SAO, he became overpowered.
Sword Art Online.
I think that's the first one that I was introduced to. And so after that, I've been seeing a lot more. I was reincarnated in the world as this, or the devil reincarnated as this, or the demon lord reincarnated, most popular, whatever. Is it wrong to pick up, and they're just so strong.
There's one. Oh, go ahead.
And I'm just like, it's really fun to watch and read. It's so fun. I'm just like, yo, why are they doing the exact same thing, but it's still different, and I love it.
So there's some of them that I do like. Like, there's one called Rising of a Shield Hero. Now, he's not OP like that. He does have epic moments. That one's a good one. The one that I was thinking of is Overly Cautious Hero. That show is hilarious, dude, and it's good. And it's still really good.
In the title, you said Overly Conscious Hero.
Yes, it is this dude.
I can only imagine. That's a shy person.
So he's not shy, but he is that very stoic, like, girls, So there's not a harem or anything, but there is a goddess who, like, summons him to their world to, like, protect them or do whatever. And he is just like, no matter what, he is about the mission. But he is, say it's like a level 5 monster, and this dude will literally nuke the sucker. Like, he was just like over and over, he's just like, all right, is it dead? And it's like, dude, why are you so, but he's so overpowered. Overkill, like to a T. Like, everything he fights up until the climax, like, of course there's this demon king or whatever that he has to fight, and he just demolishes it. But like, it is so hilarious. But it'll catch you at the end because there's an emotional kind of twist to it. It's like, I wasn't expecting to tear up during this either. Like, what is going on, dude? So that's a good one. I think that is.
I might read that one. I might read it because I'm not trying to.
Oh, I got you.
Watch much of the isekai.
Yeah.
Because nothing's gonna top Eminence of the Shadow in my mind.
I've heard of that one. I don't think I've seen Eminence.
Yeah,
I think you
told
told me
about that many times. That's another isekai where the main character is overpowered.
Yeah.
Like, stupidly overpowered.
There's one. Have you watched?
Hilarious as well.
Really? I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why it's hilarious. Because basically he lies, but what he lied about is real.
Dang.
He's oblivious to it, even though he's been fighting against his lie. Every time he encounters an enemy, it's based off of the lie he told to his subordinates or whatever, and they all believe him and believe him to be this god and never wrong and super smart. But he is oblivious to it all, and he's just thinking they're playing along with him to make him feel better for not growing up, I guess.
That sounds interesting.
And it's so funny. It's so funny.
So is it more comedy based, or is it kind of a good blend of comedy and
action? It's a good mixture of action, adventure, and comedy.
Okay.
Because his side characters, or like the side characters and all them, like, and it's almost like a harem because they all like him, but of course he's oblivious to it and everything, and are just, or if they're not in love with him, they're just in awe by him. And so they're moving along the plot and all that, and he's getting into all these different situations where he's just thinking that he's either running away from his crazy sister and happens to stumble across something, or bandits are just attacking.
But
and he was like, my favorite hobby, beat up bandits. As the Eminence in Shadow.
Okay.
But so the side characters, they're moving along the story and all that because they're making context, providing that context of what's happening in the background and how the cult that they're fighting against is real and the different bases and different things that they're doing, that's espionage and all that, and the different happenings around the world as well in the different kingdoms.
Got you.
And he's just thinking that he's like, I'm just going on summer vacation into this kingdom.
Yeah. He don't
he's
know
like, there's a huge historical event that's happening that is celebrated every year. I should make an appearance. How I'm gonna do this, not knowing that somebody signed him up to be in it already as his main self. It's funny.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, but that's a genre that's just become popular since SAO that I've seen. I'm not sure if that was a thing before, but all I know, most popular was SAO.
Yeah.
Even though that's not really reincarnation because they're in the video game VR. But still, there's a lot of the VR stuff too, though.
Yeah.
VR games and all that. Yeah. And then there's I got reincarnated into a video game. That's the solo leveling type thing. Like, even though he's in real life, but it's all treated like a game.
Yeah. And there's even, exactly. Yeah. That's kind of how the Shield Hero, Rising of a Shield Hero is, where it's not a video game, but it's like real life, but it's treated like a video. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but...
Yeah, so that's what I've been seeing, and so that's kind of different between One Punch Man because there's no harem around him.
Yeah, and he's I can see what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah, but the other ones are just stupidly super powerful, not sweating a bit. It's not hard for them. Like the other one I saw was the Demon Lord in high school or something like that. I can't remember. I just know it was basically the Demon Lord was reincarnated because it was told that he was going to be reincarnated. And so when he gets reincarnated, the world thinks somebody else is the Demon Lord.
Dang.
And so he's in the demon high school where he gets in and all that. Stupidly powerful. He definitely, when he started high school, he only was alive for like 2 weeks or 2 months, something like that. So he went from a baby and grew super quickly. Like his parents are just so ditzy and like la 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 and super supportive of him and everything. Just discounting the fact that he grew up in the span of 2 months or so. And already sending him out to high school.
Okay.
So it's super comedic.
Yeah.
Super dumb.
Yeah.
And funny. But the moments is crazy. Like there was a moment where he killed somebody and then brought him back to life. Because the dude was talking so much stuff and he's like, I can kill you and blah blah. He's like, and he said something like boom, and then the body's like, see, even your death is in my hands. That's how weak you are. Something like that. I don't remember exactly what the words were, but it was to that extent. Basically, he was like, I control your death. Like,
yeah.
It's like so many of those genres now. So many. Like the anime is overflowing with the anime, but also the manga's even more. Yeah. A lot of those don't even get.
It's so much
published,
right.
made into an anime. It's crazy.
There's so many animes that are like, yeah, this is finally getting so and so. I'm like, oh, that came from a manga. Oh wow, I'm like dang, like there's so much, like you said. But it's cool, you know. I need to start reading.
Yeah, so that was the most popular, iconic anime characters and all that. We got on the side tangent because there's an archetype now that are new and transforming. And so let's get into the big three.
Like the old big three?
Yeah, old big three and the new big three. We kind of talk about how the different changes are happening and stuff, and now
I know.
And for me though, because could be a hot take. There is no new big three because it's still the same to me in my head. There could be a new that. Well, all I know is there could be a new big two. That's coming underneath One Piece, because One Piece is staying big three.
Yeah, I just don't think. I think after Bleach and Naruto, and even Dragon Ball Z now, you know, it's just like I don't know. I know some people like long form anime. Me anymore, I appreciate more the short form, like 12 to 26 episodes or whatever, or you know, where it's just like. I don't know that any show nowadays can hold up to what those have set, you know, the standard that they set back in the day. You know, I just don't
long
think.
form, yeah, because I'm trying to think of a new long form one besides Boruto.
Yeah. You know, My Hero is starting to get up there in episodes.
Yeah, I guess that's in like the 70s or 80s right now, I believe.
Yeah, it's not too much. I'm hoping they'll cut it off pretty soon, but.
So that probably is going to go a bit further. I know that Jujutsu Kaisen has potential, but the way they had took the story, I believe it's going to be ending soon.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer, the way they're doing the story, that's going to end soon.
At least I hope it will.
Or it should end soon.
It should end soon. It really should. I mean,
because that could have been a very long form one.
Yeah, it could have.
If done right. I'm pretty sure they were just trying to get away from what, like you said, Naruto and Bleach and Fairy Tail and all them had kind of set the standard for it.
Yeah. And, well, because filler episodes have gotten so much flack now, where it's like, you know, you have to kind of, long-form anime has no choice but to do filler from time to time.
Yeah.
And people aren't.
And so they don't catch up to the source material.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe just, you know, people's, the culture of anime kind of shifts and changes, and maybe just that super long form where it's just like people want something that they can get into, but if you know you're just hearing about anime and you can't get into Naruto because it's 500 episodes long, 600, And
yeah, there's a generation now that the new generation that's getting into anime are the younger ones.
Yeah.
Like who are just getting out of high school, entering college and all that, and they grew up on Vine.
Yeah. Right.
They grew up on these 66 seconds of entertainment and like, got it.
Yeah.
Next thing.
Yeah.
So it is a different. Yeah. So you're right. And also, we are older. Since we got too much responsibilities, we can't really invest that much time in those longer.
Yeah, that's was going to be my next point too. But also, it's like the way that we grew up. Like, we grew up coming home, catching an episode, and like that's just how it was. And so we caught what was on TV. But now it's like everything is digital. Nobody wants to sit there and sit through all those episodes, willingly, voluntarily.
Right. I'm not sure if, as a child, I would have been able to watch a bunch of back-to-back Dragon Ball Z episodes.
No.
Once a week was good enough for me.
Yeah.
What at the time it didn't feel like it was.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I know like how slow it was because I'll be pissed during the week when they're just talk the whole time.
That was upsetting.
Like, nothing happened.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, y'all wasted my time. Because also that's all we had back then. It was like the amount. I think that also plays a part into it. Is back then when we I won't say only had Naruto and Bleach and One Piece and Dragon Ball Z, but those were really over here in the US. I was like, unless you was really into anime, that's kind of what you were watching. But now there's like so much, whereas it's like my list of anime to watch keeps growing and growing. I can't spend a whole bunch of time trying to catch up to Naruto or whatever else 1,000 episode show. Right. So it's like, because the competition for shows, maybe that's it, the competition for shows is so much that if you are dragging it out, you might be shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
Unless you are Oda and you are doing a good job with your story and keeping your stuff straight with One Piece. It's rare. I don't think a lot of people can do it.
Yeah. No, not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Like, even in the freaking so in manga, because since a lot of stuff's not getting animated, there's the long form mangas that have like 4,000 plus chapters out or whatever. But if you're not keeping it straight and whatever, even there, like, it goes left quickly.
Yeah.
Like, there's Jamal was just talking about how there was a manhwa he was reading. That's the Korean way mangas, and he was saying how it started off really strong and then it just died off real quick. He was like, y'all, and he said he's been running across those a lot lately. Yeah.
It's like, oh, go ahead.
And and so when it comes to the Japanese manga, though, there are like those stories where it's just like, oh, this was so good, but I feel like it should have ended about that last big battle. It should have been done.
Yeah.
You should have wrapped up the anime and was like, we're here now. We're done. The main character, that's how I feel with Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
He set out to become a hunter like his father so he can find his father.
Yeah.
He did it. What are we doing now?
Yeah, exactly. It's my main complaint with Dragon Ball Z. It should have ended after the Frieza saga. End all be all. He turned into Super Saiyan. He defeated the strongest person in the universe. That's it. We're all safe. Stop what you're doing.
Nothing else now.
Yeah. Because now you're lost.
And to be fair with Hunter x Hunter, though, I didn't really read on. But all I know is at the very beginning when I watched the anime, he said, I want to be a hunter and I'm about to go get my hunter's license.
Yeah.
He got that within like the first like 4 episodes or something?
Something like that, yeah.
And then he was like, I want to find my father. The video game and all that.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what else happened. He went back with Killua to his mansion.
Yeah.
And all that happened. The Chimera arc.
Yeah.
Use a form that was too much, and then he woke up and he like, Dad?
Yeah.
He went to go find his dad and saw his dad in the meeting. He's like, dang, his dad did not want to be there neither.
No.
Keep doubting his son too.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. Because now, and then all of a sudden now his dad at the end showed him that there was a whole nother continent or whatever. It's like, oh, let's go explore that now. Nope, stop the series.
Yeah.
Start it off again. Let
Yeah.
him be older or something, maybe like a couple years older
Yeah.
or whatever.
Or follow somebody
No.
else. Do a
Or
series
follow
with.
somebody else.
Yeah. If they came out with a Hunter x Hunter, but it was
What?
Killua, Karapika.
Karapika.
Yeah, dude. Like
He
seriously.
still had a mission. He needed to kill all the spiders. He
That-
still didn't do that yet.
Yeah, exactly. And man, his glow up story. Oh my god, dude! Like
Yeah.
that dude underrated. Like he is cold. He is cold.
Yep.
He definitely deserves his own kind of. That could have been the next chapter, but
Yep. And we're just following his story from his point of view the whole time, and he can do some cameos or whatever. We'll see what
Exactly.
Killua or Gon is up to or whatever.
and like you said, it can even be more than just a cameo. Like they can still play a strong part in the story, but just
Mhm.
the focus is now more on Karapika. You know,
Yep.
Gon and Killua and all of them, they can still be in it. Just you know, but hey, I'm not a
That's another
mangaka,
long
so
form though in the manga though.
yeah, yeah,
They're just like what's going on, but people who love the series, they just love it.
yeah, yeah.
So you can't really say much about it because
Fanboys.
there's people who try and crap on One Piece and stuff like 1,000 episodes and he's still not the Fire King. 1,000 some chapters, he's still not the Fire King.
But see, to me, if there's a strong reason for it, that's cool. There's a strong reason for it in One Piece, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now for My Hero, I'm like, there's not a strong reason to me that Deku is not where he should. Like to me, where he's at now should have been like 2 seasons ago. In my opinion,
Oh.
But that's my soapbox. Anyway, that's my hot take, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I feel like he's still not ready to be at the level that he is right now, because his body's not ready.
Got you.
Yeah, he'll have to be put into a extreme conditioning for that body to even work with that quirk, on top of taking drugs.
Yeah,
So if he would have had that, because that's what the scientists did to Tomura.
yeah.
Like if he has the version of that happened to Deku, then I would say like, yeah, that should have happened like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Or he should be like that because his body is still not able to take, and now he's using all the different powers.
Yeah, yeah. I caught he had said something at some point in these later episodes saying that he's basically at All Might's level with using all of his different quirks the way he's using them. He estimates that he's almost as strong as, I think he said that at some point. But I was glad to see that he was using most of his quirks. I think there's like one that still he hasn't watched yet. But to me,
he's still not able to use 100% of the strength
right,
part of it.
right,
He only uses 40%, I believe.
yeah, yeah,
Otherwise, his body would blast apart. But in the fight, he had to use. He has to like still use that 100% though at
yeah,
times.
yeah.
That body would break apart.
I just wish they had found a solution for him a little sooner. I guess my only complaint is that there's maybe a season or two of My Hero where I just feel like, okay, what's going on? Like, what's actually moving the story forward here, and what's Midoriya actually. I know he gets his gear. I know he gets some training. I know he gets some upgrades and stuff. But for me, I just wish I don't know. Maybe there was a time skip or something, or maybe I don't know what it would have been. But I don't know.
That's probably one thing they missing from this long form. Actually, is a time skip.
Yeah, yeah.
I believe there might have been like a 2 months thing,
Right.
something. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know if that didn't happen either. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
If there was a time skip, it probably was only like 2 days, 3 days later, or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no significant, like, a huge jump in time where, like, we see the results of training or something.
Yeah, yeah.
It's always been progressive. We've just been progressing with Class 1A,
Yeah, yeah.
and I've been loving it.
I need to catch up because I want to keep up with it, but yeah, sometimes I just have to kind of change my frame of thought a little bit.
Yeah, it's not wrong though, but that's the new long form age, but so that's why it was considered one of the big three. What else I was hearing new big three: AOT, Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer. Yeah, and now I'm thinking that there's probably people who are dropping My Hero and replacing that with Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because Jujutsu Kaisen is so reminiscent of the older. Yeah, to me, it's Bleach and Naruto and maybe one or two others. It's just straight up is down to, you got a 3-person team with the older, overpowered person, and even to the fact we've all seen the memes and stuff comparing Gojo to Kakashi. So it's like, and even I forgot his name, the main character, even his hair is spiky, so it's just like, okay. And it's
I always forget his name too.
I know. Itadori. That's his name. I don't know how that just popped into my head, but I think that's his name. Yuji Itadori, I think.
Yeah.
And his hair's pink. The main character's hair always has to be either some weird color, of course.
Yep.
So it's like, and of course you have the moody character, and you have the female character. So it's like, I feel like that's what it's got going for it, and people draw to that, and they're like, oh yeah, this is iconic. It's like, yeah, but also it does have going for it the fight scenes, I guess, and the art itself. It's
so clean.
Yeah.
So clean.
That's what is Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer are competing with each other for that. Those graphics. Yeah, and I honestly think JJK is, well, I don't know. Yeah, only more consistently, I'll say. More consistently. Yeah.
I actually prefer JJK over Demon Slayer, but I'm gonna still watch Demon Slayer though. I have faith. I have some faith that the writers and the author or whatever is gonna like be like, this is why I did this. So y'all just need to shut up and wait.
Yeah.
I know the manga readers, they probably are like, y'all just complain. Y'all don't know yet.
Right.
Just wait.
See, that's interesting, because I think I actually like Demon Slayer a little more than Jujutsu Kaisen. But for me, it's only because I keep seeing Bleach when I see JJK, and I keep seeing Naruto, and I'm like, oh man, I can't quite get over that just yet. But that's also only because I've only seen the first season. I actually haven't watched the movie.
Oh, you haven't seen season 2?
I haven't seen season 2 just yet.
Or the movie? No.
Yeah, so I missed a lot. Yeah.
Season 2,
and I
hear
great
that
things.
Recently. Go ahead.
No, I hear good things about it, and so I'm hoping it'll maybe kind of change. Okay, this is actually what JJK is about. Maybe not so much the I need to catch up on that, but I definitely.
The manga readers, they already spoiled.
Oh really?
Stuff for everybody though.
They love doing that. They do.
Yeah. For Jujutsu Kaisen, I got spoiled big time.
Dang.
And I wasn't even caught up with season 2 yet.
Dang. That's messed up.
I was like, yo, they really did that. That's crazy.
Yeah. There's like no remorse anymore. Like if I'm on Reddit and stuff, they just don't care. I'm like, oh, okay, come on y'all. Come on now. So yeah. I know I didn't choose an anime last time. You've seen so much.
I know. I bet this man get tired. Like, yep, I did. Like, dang it.
I'm like, James has like left me behind. Like, I'm just like, oh man, I'm a 5-1 though.
Like I just watch these every week or something. I'm like, I don't start a new anime every week. It takes months before I start a new anime.
Yeah.
That's why I was so surprised when you was naming all these. I'm like, I did see that. Yeah, I just watched that not too long ago. It's like, I'll say like every 2 months maybe I'll start a new anime.
Gotcha.
And if it's really good, I'll finish it in that month.
Yeah.
If it's not good, then, or if I don't like it, I'll just stop watching it and be like, I'll pick it up later.
Same. Like, not to start a whole other conversation, but I still actually haven't finished watching the one with the phones. Well, I haven't finished watching another yet either, but yeah.
You still haven't watched Diaries?
I haven't finished it yet.
Diaries?
Yes. I still to this day have it, and I think the last thing I remember.
How many years ago?
Yeah, exactly. And
I keep. You were still in college when you started that.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And I still think to myself, oh, it'll pop into my head. I need to finish that one because that girl was insane. I gotta finish. I gotta see how that in. To this day, it is still on my list to finish. I'm like, I just need to do it. But yeah, sometimes it just be like that.
At this point, Lucy, you have no intention of watching the movie. So that's way shorter than One Piece. You watch more One Piece than that.
Facts. But yeah,
that's hilarious.
There's
that is so funny.
You know, everybody got that show that's just like you said, if I don't finish it in a month, it probably ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm like, if I did not go back to it, that means I thought about it and I was like, I'm definitely not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of one, the Einfeld or Einstein, something like that. Elfing. I just decided that like I can't watch this.
Yeah.
And then I always try to watch it again because I like it looks like it's really good. It's just I can't get past the nudity that has nothing to do with the story.
Yeah. Fan service, dude.
And then I was like, you just got this naked teenager for no reason. Of course, it's a modified human teenager, but still, there's no purpose for her to be naked. At the very beginning, the first episode, there was a purpose because she just was reborn or created, and so no clothes, came out killing all of them. And then she got clothes on, and then all of a sudden, every episode, she just getting her clothes off. What? Too much fan service, and I can't deal.
Yeah, too much.
Now, for the grown woman, I wouldn't have mind.
Yeah, again, the age thing, dude.